Cold plunges, red light masks, perfectly organized refrigerators, a woman journaling beside a candle while her entire family apparently remains a mystery for 6 consecutive hours. There is a very specific online genre of wealthy stay-at-home moms who seems to wake up at 5 a.m. every single morning. No, Sarah. Not because her baby is crying, not because her toddler crawled up on her bed and kicked her in the throat. She apparently wakes up at 5 a.m. in the morning because she's better than us. And for the next 3 hours, she completes a morning routine so peaceful, luxurious, and medically elaborate that it looks like less like motherhood and more like she has checked into a wellness facility after suffering a minor nervous breakdown. Her bedroom is spotless, her sheets are white, there are 17 decorative pillows on the bed, and somehow, despite allegedly having multiple children, there is not a single crumb anywhere in the house. And obviously, Sarah, I'm already very suspicious of this, because this is not your normal mom morning routine. This is a hostage video made by Beige Furniture. So today, we are entering the world of unsettling, wealthy, stay-at-home moms' luxury morning routine. A world where every day begins before sunrise, every beverage contains 12 ingredients, and children are treated like minor scheduling inconvenience between Pilates and a luxury spa retreat. And to be clear, Jessica, I do not have a problem with moms doing self-care for themselves. I'm actually finally gonna go get a spa pedicure after so many months after I filmed this video today. Moms deserve rest. We deserve hobbies. We deserve time alone for ourselves. I think we are owed to drink hot coffee while it's still hot. The problem is that these videos are not really about self-care. They are advertisements disguised as evidence of a superior life. They present motherhood as a series of aesthetically pleasing wellness rituals and then quietly remove all the labor, money, and additional human beings required to make that lifestyle possible. It's so funny. I feel like these videos treat waking up like a moral achievement. She doesn't simply wake up at 5. She protects her mornings. She creates space before the children rise. She chooses herself first. But you know what we can all relate to than all these dystopian moms? Trying to take your toddler's temperature with one of those forehead thermometers while they're actively training to be in the Olympic gymnastics team. It's like, please, Yuna, hold still for 1 second. And they're like, absolutely not, mother. So we've been trying this wearable thermometer from Mom Cozy, and honestly, it's been way less stressful. And thank you so much to Mom Cozy for sponsoring this video. Instead of checking their temperature every single hour, this patch continuously monitors it and sends the readings straight to the Mom Cozy app. So you can actually see how their temperature changes over time instead of wondering, wait, was that 100.2? Or did I accidentally scan the ceiling fan? It just sticks comfortably under their arm with a hyperallergenic adhesive, and it's FDA certified. Setup is really simple. Pair it to your phone, place it under their arm, and then you're good to go. One feature that I do really like is that it doesn't give you just one number. It gives you the trend throughout the day, and it also alerts you when the temperature gets too high. Which is nice because we already wake up every 30 minutes just to see if our kid is breathing. We don't need to wake them up just to stick a thermometer under their armpits. If you ever spent an entire night worrying because your little one has a fever, being able to check their temperature from your phone without disturbing them is genuinely reassuring. Thank you for Mom Cozy for sponsoring this video. I'll have the link in the description down below. Meanwhile, most parents who wake up at 5 a.m. did not choose anything. Their toddler appeared by their bedside asking, "Mommy, I really need something right now," but proceeds not to explain what they actually need. Oh, but luxury moms' children don't ever wake up early. They don't bother their moms by crawling up into bed and drop kicking your throat. They remain peacefully asleep until exactly 8:43 a.m. when their mother has finished exercising, showering, meditating, journaling, meal prepping, reorganizing the pantry, launching a skincare company, and reading 2 chapters of a book about slowing down. I don't know where this became a trend. I honestly don't even know the science behind the red therapy light mask because my mother-in-law actually has one. She used it once and she's like, okay, I'm over it. I mean, thankfully she got it as a gift. She didn't purchase it herself, but Let me know, guys, if you use this in the comments. Is it beneficial? Does it actually help? What does it help with? Because I just had zero interest in it to actually ever Google it. So let me know, Sarah. And no luxury morning is complete without an aesthetic drink that requires other aesthetic materials to make it. Oh, to these mamas, a regular cup of coffee is just too beneath them. Instead, she makes a mineral latte. The recipe contains filtered water, coconut water, collagen, creatine, electrolytes, chlorophyll, sea moss, mushroom powder, raw milk from a cow named Meredith. She pours everything into a glass the size of a decorative vase. She mixes it using a tiny electric whisk because spoons no longer exist in rich people's homes. She takes one sip and says, "Oh my gosh, this has completely changed my life," which is an incredible amount of responsibility to place on a latte. So the strangest part of these videos is what we don't see. We don't see anyone cleaning the house. We don't see anyone doing the laundry. We don't see anyone answering emails, managing children's schedules, packing lunches, washing bottles, wiping down countertops, finding missing shoes and socks everywhere. This oatmeal mansion is gigantic, but completely clean. The fridge is stocked, the children are dressed, the towels are folded, the gym is empty, the cold plunge is sanitized. So either this woman has discovered how to control time, or there are numerous other people working in the background but cropped out of the TikTok short. A nanny, a cleaner, an assistant, meal prep service, landscaping crew, and possibly a full-time intern whose only job is to put the decorative pillows when they're out of place. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with hiring help. But for luxury mamas, the problem is pretending the help does not exist while selling your lifestyle as a result of discipline. These women will say, "I built this peaceful life by becoming intentional." No, you built this peaceful life by having an upstairs nanny taking care of your children and cleaners that come to your rescue every single week. And influencers have also become very aware that people don't trust perfection. So sometimes they would include very small amounts of chaos, but it's carefully selected chaos. You know what I mean? A child leaves one wooden toy on the floor. One single blueberry rolls away after falling off a high chair. And the text says, "I am embracing all the mess today." What mess, ma'am? That is one blueberry. You could live around that blueberry for months. Real parenting messes don't match the color palette. Real parenting mess is wet. It is unidentified. It's somehow on the walls. You don't film it in slow-mo and add piano music. You stand over it silently, thinking to yourself, okay, do I grab the paper towels now? Do I need Clorox to disinfect it? Or do I just leave it for another week? So the dystopian part of all of this isn't that wealthy women have nice mornings. Great for them. I hope the cold plunge is cold. The dystopian part is that these videos transform extreme privilege into personal virtue. Wealth becomes intentional. Paid help becomes a routine. A flexible schedule becomes discipline. A giant house becomes creating a peaceful environment. And anything that doesn't fit this fantasy disappears. The crying toddler, the exhausted mom, the unpaid labor, nannies, the cleaner, the financial anxiety, the postpartum body that has not immediately returned to Pilates, the fact that sometimes motherhood might not be beautiful. Sometimes it's repetitive, loud, boring, isolating, a lot of sticky stuff, and extremely difficult. And I do see some comments saying, "Jen, it just seems like your toddler life is difficult. My toddler life is perfect and peaceful. What are you talking about? My newborn life was super peaceful. It just seemed like your newborn was just very active." And if that's the life you had, great. And I want to say this once again to the people always commenting these things. Yes, there are beautiful, beautiful moments of motherhood. But there's hard days. There's days that don't go according to plan. And Jessica, if you're gonna sit there telling me my motherhood life is perfect. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe you're one of these influencers. I don't know what to say. But for those of you mamas who come across this type of wealthy mom luxury content and then feel inadequate about yourself, the more and more I research about this topic on TikTok, there are so many influencers out there doing this whole, oh, I'm a wealthy mom. Look at my wealthy, rich mama morning routine. And to a point, I think it does get very damaging because if you're a tired mama looking at this type of content, of course you're going to feel some type of way. But I'm here to tell you, girl, it's a fantasy land that we call TikTok. Of course, I had to come back to this mama's page because I feel like she is like the OG when it comes to wealthy mama content. And this was the first influencer that popped into my head when I was researching for this video. And lo and behold, she is pregnant again. So another baby on the way. We don't know if it's twins or anything, but I don't watch this creator like that. But yeah, she is pregnant. So this is an ASMR mom of 2 sets of twins plus pregnant. Colorful picnic. Well, number one, I can't imagine myself wearing heels while, I mean, she looks like she's probably in the second trimester, but I just have no comments for this video. Again, it's such over the top content. It's funny and intriguing to me. Even if I was at like a low point of just of exhaustion and anxiety, and I come across her content, I don't know if I would even feel inadequate because this is just way over the top, you know? I mean, there's no way anyone's watching this content without thinking she has the massive help she needs, right? I can't imagine if it was just me, my husband, and how many kids? I don't even know how many kids she has now. Oh my gosh! But like, let's say 4 kids, ginormous oatmeal mansion, pregnant, cleaning that. Come on, clearly there are background help. There's so many cuts and edits. I'm sure she has an assistant that's helping her film all these reels. It's, wow. Yeah, and in some cases like that, yes, it is very dystopian. The other mama that I discovered that was very, very similar to the first mama, let's see, her 6 a.m., at least it's not 5, morning swim. The face mask, the smeg, the really pretty coffee mug. It's the same equation, just regurgitated, just repurposed by all these wealthy mamas. I mean, I'm telling you, the equation is always the same: self-care, self-love, luxury spa retreat, luxury picnic, pool days, Pilates. It This is just in a fantasy realm way up there that obviously it's highly unrelatable. It's so dystopian. I don't know what to make of this content. Like, that's what it is. I don't know if this was meant for. It's definitely entertainment at this point, right? I'm really hoping you guys are watching this and feeling inadequate. Say mama, but a 6 a.m. mom morning routine. This isn't a pool morning. This is her actual morning routine. So let's see what she does. I just want to also comment that this is not what mom self-care looks like for a majority of people, guys. This is not the like, oh, this is how moms should take care of themselves. I mean, if you can, that's awesome. Like, who wouldn't want a spa retreat every single morning? But this is just way too unrealistic. All these videos, they don't define what you absolutely must do to have self-care for yourself. No, this is a dystopian, wealthy TikTok mama realm that we do not need to follow. Just a quick side story, but it does relate to the topic we're talking about. So me and Susu, my sister and her husband, we went on a short weekend trip last year, and our Airbnb was overlooking the mountains because that's what the town generally was. And one of the mornings that we woke up, I saw my sister sitting outside in the back patio drinking her coffee, and I said, obviously, hi, how did your morning go? And she's like, this was like my definition of a self-care morning, because her son, so my nephew, was sleeping in for some reason, which is great. So she got to enjoy her cup of coffee looking at the mountains, and she felt amazing. Now, did this include a cold plunge, a red light therapy thing, a luxury spa retreat somewhere? No. So something as simple as drinking your hot coffee uninterrupted, that could be self-care for some mamas. So I would actually love to see one of these wealthy mama influencers filming their raw morning routine with absolutely no help, no editing, and no aesthetic spa retreats. Just one camera placed in a corner while everybody wakes up. I would love to see their toddler actually cry because they had a bad dream and they want their mama. One of their toddlers not being able to find their sock. Their pet dog barking at everything. You know, their children actually requesting for a morning breakfast that they actually want and not sushi. And the mom obviously not making their extravagant aesthetic latte. I feel like that's a more believable morning routine. It's not aspirational. It's not optimized. It doesn't contain organic matcha. But at least I'll believe that it actually happened. And again, wealthy moms are allowed to obviously enjoy themselves. They can have their cold plunges. They can have their extensive skincare routine. But maybe don't look into the camera and tell exhausted moms that, you know, if they want this life, they just gotta wake up earlier. Because the secret is not waking up at 4:57 a.m. The secret is money, and possibly 3 full-time interns working in another room.